this is Mara from Samsara Holistic Counselling. Today we're going to be talking about how to counsel yourself. I really do believe that anyone can counsel themselves. It's not easy, but it is possible. I have seen it in a few people without them seeing a counsellor, they've been able to counsel themselves. So it is absolutely possible. I'm not disregarding counselling because I still recommend it. I think it's important to see someone, especially the first stage of your journey, so that person can listen to you and that person is non-judgmental. But especially after that, after the counselling, you need to be able to counsel yourself really, because you can't really rely on a counsellor all your life. So whether you're seeing a counsellor or not, these tips would be really important for self-counselling. Okay, tip number 1, know yourself. So think about what you are, who you are. We're our mind, we're our body, but we're also spirit. We need to incorporate spirit because it's in us, it's all around us. Spiritual growth is one of the most important things in mental health, so we need to understand that. Knowing yourself comes from self-awareness, so we need to be more self-aware. How are you reacting to things? When you're arguing with someone, for example, what are your reactions to what they're saying? When you're coming from work or stress, are you recognizing how your body's feeling? Is it tense? That's being self-aware. We also need to acknowledge that we are full of power. We've got the power in us and the power to be able to change. And without knowing this, you may not feel like you can change. You are powerful. I did a video on this previously about powerlessness. You can watch that video if you want for more information. But we need to know that we are powerful and we can absolutely change. Tip number 2. We need to listen to ourselves. You know, there are voices in our heads that tells us all these things, but we don't really listen to it. That our bodies show us our behaviors every day. We're manifesting our thoughts in our lives by just the way we're behaving, and we need to be listening to that. Are we listening to it? Most of us are not. It's difficult. We're not seeing what's in front of us. Our eyes are closed. So what's your body? What's your mind? What are your thoughts saying? You know, are you recognizing your stress? Listen to yourself. What's your mind saying? Are you uncomfortable in a situation? Well, then maybe remove yourself. Are you not happy in your life, in your work life? Then maybe change your work. Maybe think about how you can change your environment, because your environment plays a big part in this. Okay, tip number 3, be open. And we need to be more open in order to change, in order to adapt, in order to grow. We have to learn to be more open. But when we're learning to be more open, what we might find is that we need to check our ego. So our ego might start crashing down because everything we believed, everything we thought that we were, everything that we believed we stood for may not be that anymore, you know, but that comes from change. You know, we believe we are one identity, but actually we have got many identities, and we need to be able to recognize that we can be anything and change anything we want because we know we have that power. Okay, my final tip number 4, practice. So practice this change. You know, if you, for example, if you believe, and most of us do, that, you know, we're not worthwhile, we feel unloved, and something might trigger this in our daily lives, then maybe we can remind ourselves, you know, in our heads every day as much as possible, love yourself. Remember, you are loved. Love yourself. It's all about love. Love, love, love. And the more you believe that, the more you're conditioning your mind. And that's just one example. There's many to use, but basically every day, as often as possible, you need to practice these changes. If you don't practice this, you're going to lose it more and more, and you won't be able to recondition yourself as much. So we want to keep on practicing this. We want it to be automatic, and in order to do that, we need to practice that on a daily basis. Okay, and they're my tips on how to counsel yourself, and I hope you have an interesting journey, a wonderful journey being able to do that. And I'm sure, you know, like I said, I believe everyone can do it, and I'm sure you'll be fine. And any comments you want to make, please feel free to make it underneath this video. Okay, speak to you soon. Bye.